Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new topic of the week to talk about the topic that Vince Venturella started. Normally, I like to do talk and paint, but this time I'm traveling, so I cannot paint, but I can talk. So let's go to the topic of the week, and I think I will also come back to the topic of the previous week that was the special characters. So the topic of this week is scenarios. If you like to play scenarios, and what do you think of the scenarios? And I will say I had support, I had encourage people to play the scenarios. And if you look what Games Workshop is launching, and here is why I put the two last launches from for Age of Sigmar and for Warhammer 40k, we see in the left is a campaign, in the right is a campaign. So Games Workshop is putting a lot of effort in creating different scenarios, in creating different missions that are not always the objective is to kill the enemy. The objective can be just to resist. The objective can be to resist more power than the enemy, to hold objectives, to capture objectives. Also for 40k, what is very, very, very interesting for me are the new mission cards. That most of the missions are you don't have to kill anything. You just have to hold a part of the battlefield. And I think that this more and more have to be exploded. And when you play the scenarios and when you play with the correct terrain, sometimes one of these armies that everybody thinks is broken is not as broken as we thought, or is not as balancing. You can use the scenarios also to balance overpowered armies or to balance a battle. For example, if you play Age of Sigmar and one army is much more bigger than the other, you can play like try to resist or try to hold the terrain for each number of turns and see what happens. So battles should not be balanced. Battles not always have the objective to kill everything from the enemy, and also you have to use your imagination. And I think Games Workshop is we look all the big number of scenarios they just put for Age of Sigmar. We have balance of power. We have the previous one was the battle, the real game battles, also with a lot of scenarios. Each new book have minimum 3 scenarios, except the big compendiums. So, and the same we see in 40k. 40k, they are now launching codex. They are launching now this type of books that is a mixture between scenarios where we have 6 missions plus more units and more things. And I think Games Workshop is more and more pushing for the fluffy games, for the games that are not focused on killing the enemy, and is more focused at trying to teach the people, try to ask the people to play more on different scenarios, on different situations, and try to join the game in with bigger opportunities and not just the pitch battle. I know pitch battle can be one of the scenarios and is always in the basic rules and you will always find this scenario, but really when you deviate from that scenarios is I think when you start seeing the potential of the game. I don't know why in 40k and Warhammer Fantasy we always play to kill each other. I think because it's laziness. Seeing the laziness and to make the life easy and not want to go for complex things, it's driving us to play easy scenarios. But in the past, for example, in 40k they have Altar of War that was a compendium of a lot of different scenarios to play between different armies, where the different armies have different rules. And I played this with my friend in the past, and was really great to play scenarios. And sometimes the scenarios were completely crazy and completely unbalanced in favor of one of the sides. Who cares? It's the moment is to spend some good time and to enjoy the game and see the challenge in front of you and try to win the challenge, try to overcome this challenge. So for me, scenarios should be a must. And I think you have to try to align with your opponent. I know that in the pickup games, when you go to the shop, can be more difficult when you go to club. But I think more and more, you should try to push, especially if you're playing with a group of people, to play scenarios. Because I think is playing scenarios when you see the full potential of the game. I think when you play scenarios, when you're really enjoying the game, and when you are taking and benefiting for all the different options that the game is giving to you. And especially in Age of Sigmar, I think I don't see just playing pitch battle. I think in Age of Sigma, a scenario is really, really a must, and I would say in 40k is the same. And I don't have experiences in other games, but I think in all the games, Games Workshop always try to put the scenarios there, and we were so stubborn playing again and again and again the same battle. And I'm included myself in these stubborn people that we always play the same pitch battle. I think we have to get out of the box. We have to start enjoying more the scenarios. We start to be experimenting more the game and going to play all these narrative games that we have, all these narrative campaigns, and enjoying the game from other dimensions, from other points of view, and do different things with our miniatures. So yeah, I think this is great. I think I really love the scenarios. Each time I play one of these scenarios, I really love. And in 40k, I will say for me the biggest benefit of 7th edition are the mission cards. I think this makes the game so much dynamic, much dynamic, more tactic. Not only you have to kill the enemy, of course there is people that is playing always to kill the enemy, and then when you kill the enemy you hold the objective. Yeah, I understand that. But really the aim of the mission cards is not to kill the enemy, it's just try to play the scenario and see how you play the scenario without losing your assets and how you can score more points than the other. I think this is, yeah, I really enjoy the scenarios, I really enjoy the different missions, and I will encourage everybody to play scenarios, to play different missions, to explore the game. And here is where I want to connect also with the special characters. I've never been a big fan of the special characters. Mainly because I started Warhammer 40k on the 2nd edition, and characters were only playable if the opponent allowed you to play the characters. And was like that until we arrived, I think, to the 6th edition codexes or the 5th edition codexes. Before that, the characters were almost not seen. Special characters were not seen on the battlefield. And the same was happening with Warhammer Fantasy. The characters were too much powerful or useless. So we have the two extremes with the characters. So nobody was playing characters at the end, special characters at the end. And in most of the tournaments, they were forbidden. And the problem is, a lot of people keep playing the pickup games and is playing the non-tournament games, the fun games. The people keep playing them with the tournament rules. And I think when you do a pickup game, when you do just a relaxed game, you should experiment other rules. And then when you play scenarios, you can use these characters to combine with the scenarios. I think the special characters are really a way to stretch, to push, to enjoy more the scenario. So and to create scenarios around the special characters. I've never been a big fan of the special characters, but I have them all because I like the miniatures. And most of the times in the past I was playing Abaddon, but I was using the miniature of Abaddon, but I was not playing Abaddon. I was just playing a Chaos Lord with Terminator armor with the miniature of Abaddon because I loved Abaddon. And I think it was a missed opportunity in the end because Abaddon can be really a centerpiece for a scenario on an apocalypse game or on a kill mission game. So, I really saw that when I was reading the Archaon book, and there is one scenario that the main objective is to fight Archaon against Nagash. And there are some special rules to make this fight more interesting and not just rolling dice. You have to choose what type of attack you do, and depending on the attack, one of the two is winning. And it was very interesting, really, that one. So I really think special characters it's good to experiment with them, and it's good to play them for casual games, and to enhance and to stretch and to push for really nice scenarios. Because today in 40k we only use the special characters if they are stronger than the normal characters, or if they block a certain type of unit that will give us advantage in the battlefield. And it's a lot. I think we have sometimes too much the tournament mindset when we do our casual games. I think when we do our casual games, we have to be more fluffy, take out our tournament mindset, and go more for fun games, trying to do fluff lists, trying to do just lists that maybe are not powerful. It's the moment to use these units that everybody says that are useless. I love to use these units that everybody says are useless and put them on the battlefield because, yeah, I play these units and I want to see them on the battlefield. So, and the same for the special characters. Maybe some special characters are crap, but you can make a mission around this special character, or you can put just him on the battle for a casual game and play with him, because at the end, Game Workshop is not making the rules to balance armies. The Game Workshop is trying to make the rules with the mindset of reproducing a little bit the fluff without being crazy. And yeah, I think this is my points on missions, on scenarios, and on the special characters. I encourage also people to use special characters, but not every day, not on all the battles. Use it combined with a mission, because it's when you will maximize the potential of this special character. And yeah, the last point is use missions to create your own narrative campaigns, because narrative campaigns is the moment to enhance the scenario, and you always can connect from one scenario to other and give advantages and take out advantages and make the game in purpose of balance. And if the game is too balanced, use terrain or use special rules to balance the game. Because nobody is telling you that you cannot make special rules to make some dangerous random terrain, and we have in Age of Sigmar a lot of these rules for each in that book. Every 2 scenarios we have terrain rules. On the Wolfen, we also have terrain rules. We never use that. We have the city, the city fight supplement. I played a lot the city fight supplement. We eliminate all the terrain rules. Why? Because we think that it's too random and it's not competitive. But I think sometimes for casual games we have to be more open-minded and use these casual rules and use all these type of fluffy rules or crazy rules that we have on some scenarios, and just love, enjoy, and yeah, and see what happens on the battlefield. And that's all what I want to share. So please use experiment with the missions. Each time I did, I never regret experimenting with the missions, and use the special characters to really stretch the mission and to make the mission even more interesting. I would recommend everybody to look the mission that we have in the Archaon book, where it's the main purpose at the end is to have Archaon fighting the Lash. That's all for now. I hope you enjoy that. I hope you find this interesting. Please leave your comment below. Go to Vince Venturella video where he started this topic. I will put the link below. I really encourage you to look the topic of the week. There are some very interesting topics of the week. That is my comment. Please comment, like if you like it, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and thanks a lot for watching. Bye.